What is up, guys? We are here live streaming during the Jaguars Chargers playoff wildcard game. Um, so basically, we're just live commentating, giving our thoughts on the game, reacting to it live. And we're gonna start off with just talking throughout the game, and then if people want to come on, maybe and join us and chill, we'll just let us know in the chat or something, or we might drop the link down in the chat. If people want to join and watch the game live with us. So, you have anything to say about this game? It's about to start.
Pretty
Well,
excited.
first off, we both think that the Jags are going to win this game. It's a very tough game to pick, though. One of the tougher ones to pick this weekend. He's basically Chargers injuries. Mike Williams being out is really going to hurt them, in my opinion.
That was the biggest coaching bonehead decision of the year. I can't believe he started all of these players, and he lost Mike Williams because of it.
Yeah, and so interesting things for me as Agnew opens up with a nice return to about the 25-ish area. Is can Jacksonville run the ball? Because we know the Chargers' weakness is the run defense. On defense, it's not like as bad as last year, but it's still not amazing. Can Etienne and company get going, which I think they can for this game. But
And then
yeah,
can they
Herbert versus Lawrence is going to be an interesting storyline because I feel like both playing very well right now. Obviously, Herbert's probably a little bit better quarterback, but you can look in these situations, college and stuff. Lawrence has had more kind of big games in his football career, dating back to Clemson, the championship games, the playoff games, and he even just kind of had his own playoff game last weekend with a win and get in versus the Titans. The biggest game of Herbert's career before this was probably the Raiders one last year, Week 18, and Herbert played amazing in that game, but they still lost, I believe, in overtime to the Chargers or to the Raiders. But yeah. By the way, I'm doing a grading thing. I grade every throw, so I haven't done this in a while, but I do it for every playoff game, mostly every year. But I actually missed one this year because I didn't do this.
Oh, and we're starting it off strong with an interception.
Oh no!
Big man
intercepted. Is that Khalil White? Well, who is that?
Who is that?
No, that's Drew Tranquil.
Yeah.
That is not the way the Jags wanted to start this. Let me see the replay because I was looking down at my paper.
It got tipped.
Okay, we'll see how
Christian Kirk had wide open, good throw. Just it got tipped, double tipped actually. Sorry.
Bosa had a nice tip there. Bosa's hair looks really long. The ball doesn't look like it came out amazing.
I'm gonna pull up the team's rosters.
That is not the way the Jags need to start the game. You see, I have the Jaguars Trevor Lawrence. I'm not a big Jags fan. I'm just a big Trevor Lawrence fan, so I'm kind of pulling for the Jags in this one, and it's cool to see him in the playoffs for the first time in a while. But yeah, that's not the way the Jags need to start the game. But yeah, what I was talking about, I'm doing my own little quarterback grading thing. So if you see me writing, I'm just grading every throw about the quarterbacks. I haven't done this since early in the year, but I've been doing this for some games throughout the year for the last couple of years, especially the playoff games. I like to grade. But yeah, that was an interesting game earlier. It looks like the Seahawks kept it close with the Niners, and then the Niners just had a
Eckler touchdown.
Really strong second half. And touchdown Austin Eckler, run up the middle. I'm like a second or two behind Graham, so I'm going to skip up a second or two. No, we're good. Is it showing Lawrence now for you?
They're showing the replay.
Okay, then I'm going to skip up like 2, 3, 4 seconds or so. We have a live chat. Oh no, says John. Bosa with the play. Yeah. Is Gill's going to tell me when you was that commercial?
All right. They're going for the extra point.
Oh, so I'm ahead of you. Yeah. I'm at the Einstein commercial, so I'll pass it. Tell me right whenever yours gets to the Verizon commercial.
The Verizon commercial.
Okay. Trying to match those up exactly, even though it's split second off. We'll probably be behind most of y'all because Graham's on a delayed.
I'm on Verizon.
Okay. And those is it showing the girl from the Verizon back to Einstein?
Yeah.
I'm back to the girl. Okay. We're about even. Yeah, but Graham, YouTube, I think, has an automatically like a 5 to 10 second delay, and on top of that, I'm a little bit I think mine might be a little delayed too, and Graham's a little delayed from mine, and we try to match them up. So probably a good 30, 40 seconds behind actual live game, but is what it is. But that was quick.
Yeah, we're not even 2 minutes in the game.
The Jags started with the ball. Ball looked like it didn't come out of Lawrence's hands ideally as he wanted it to, and then Bosa made a tip on it, and Jude Tranquil was there to get the pick over the middle of the field. Then Hollywood had a short pass over the middle, and then Eckler ran for the touchdown.
I don't know if that one's really on Lawrence as much as it's just a really good defensive play.
Yeah, that was a good defensive play. It's just because the ball did come out of his hand a little wobbly
It
from
did,
what I saw. So. But that wasn't like a play that you expected to be picked.
But you know, what a way to start the playoffs for the Chargers. You know,
Hopefully we get a good game. Oh, we need to get the scoreboard up. I need to get the scoreboard up and update it. Yeah, again, we don't have a super fancy scoreboard. It's just a basic underline, but if we stream more in the future, we'll look into updating that. But this is for now what we're rocking with. But let me update it now.
So should we talk about some like impact players for each team that we have to be on the lookout for?
Yeah, it's weird because we were like this starting to talk keys to the game, and then boom, boom, pick, and then touchdown. It just all happened so fast. Touchdown for the Chargers though, so made the extra point, I believe, right? They made the extra point, right?
Yeah.
But 7-0 Chargers first quarter, early in the first quarter still. So what were you saying?
For me, I feel like if we're gonna do some impact players, so we should do like two for each team, one offensive, one defensive. So for me,
take out the quarterbacks of the equation.
Yeah, no quarterbacks. So you mentioned it earlier that the Chargers' run defense is not that good. So my impact player for the Jaguars has got to be Travis Etienne. He has to get the ball rolling because if he's rolling and then they open the bootleg play action passes for Trevor Lawrence, and that's when Trevor Lawrence is most comfortable, is when you get into the more of those pro read kind of going outside the pocket passes where it's some good protection rolling out. And
just
that also
that pick real quick. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. And then for defense for the Jaguars, it's got to be Josh Allen because it was double tipped. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't that it didn't come out wobbly. It's just it looked wobbly because the guy right in front of Lawrence tipped it. So, yeah, not too much on Lawrence, but you'd like to see him get it over the defensive lineman. That's probably a few yards in front of him.
Yeah.
But just unfortunate start to the game. But so during the next like little stint where they're not running a play, you can keep talking about your impact players.
Trevor Lawrence looking deep. That's a good throw.
That's a nice throw to Evan Ingram for about a 16 or so yard gain.
So how are we feeling about the Al Michaels, Tony Dungy booth?
I'm feeling good. I messed mine up a little bit. Have they run the next play?
No. They're lined up now. I'm at Travis Etienne run.
Tell me whenever they start showing the player introductions.
Okay. Now. I'm on Joey Bosa. Are we lined up? Nick?
Hold up. We're literally identical now. Okay, we're perfect. As I was listening to yours, as the player was announcing their name, they were like saying it on my screen too. Player.
Let me turn mine down.
Quick pass, Lawrence to Evan Ingram.
Quick pass.
But yeah, the Jags would like to see you go get some points now on this drive after that kind of disaster of a start for them.
Another guy that I want to see perform for the Jags is got to be Christian Kirk. I mean, you pay this guy so much money. We need some production in the playoffs.
Lawrence
just throws
Cook
it away.
didn't create much separation there, but Lawrence kind of do it out in front of him too much. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun. See what he's looking here. Draw play to see it. The corner.
Nice run, ETN, with about a 12-yard pickup.
Yeah.
Jags, first down. So you pick the Jags. I'm kind of rooting for the Jags. Are you rooting for the Jags in this one?
I'm rooting for a good football game.
Same.
That's what I'm rooting for.
Because I like some of the players on the Chargers. As a Bears fan, I like Khalil Mack a lot. I like Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler.
I just want a good
James. I want a good football game. Kind of want the Jags to win just because I think it's pretty cool to see the Jags. It would be pretty cool to see them win a playoff game. But either team would be nice to see win a playoff game since it's been a while for both teams kind of to win one. And I like Lawrence a lot, but I like
Gil Mack.
Mack
hit Trevor Lawrence in the backfield. Probably threw that throw off a little bit. Good pressure. That's got to be pretty scary. Having Khalil Mack on one edge and then Joey Bosa on the other edge. Well, that would be the reason why Khalil Mack was he got sandwiched by Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. I think lining up Evan Ingram on Khalil Mack one-on-one is not the brightest idea. So Christian Kirk in motion. Trevor Lawrence is going to get that snap off. There he goes.
Incomplete pass.
I don't know. I think he should have ran that one a little bit. At least get some sort of yardage.
Let's see.
Ooh. Third and 10. Trevor Lawrence. Shotgun still. Guess that's Travis Etienne to his right. That's not Travis.
10.
Don't pass to Zay Jones. And they were sending out the field goal.
Looks like it's going to be 4th down. This is going to be a pretty long field goal.
Sending out the field goal unit. Or they're not sending out the field goal unit. Here we go.
Are they going to go for this on 4th down and 7?
4th and 8. Doug Peterson aggressive. Yes.
I don't know about this one.
Ooh. I think they're going to draw him off sides.
Well, it's 4th and 7, so that would give them to 4th and 2. Oh, they're going for it on 4th and 7. They must have played though confident, and it's picked. Oh boy, this is a disaster.
I don't know what
they were doing.
Was
going for that?
What was the play call? Huh.
Well, Zay Jones was looking for a flag instead of trying to catch the football, and then that was a disaster.
I think Doug Peterson.
I just don't know why they didn't kick the field goal. How long would it have been? 52 or so yards, maybe?
Yeah. I mean,
Riley Patterson isn't too bad of a kicker. He can hit. He's definitely in range for that. You need to try to get points. 4th and 7.
That is super weird, man.
Wow. So the Jags dug themselves in a hole early, but hey, you always get a stop on defense here. It's still a one-possession game, but it's kind of tough to be down 7-0 with 2 turnovers, and the Chargers barely have only thrown the ball once.
I don't really know what the play call was there.
Looks like Trevor Lawrence had pressure, but the thing was he had pressure and he couldn't dump it off. Well, technically he could, but it's 4th and 7, so you don't want to dump it off ideally. So he had to just try to get it to an open man over the middle as quick as possible, and Looks like Zay Jones didn't do a great job going for the ball, but definitely wasn't the best throw either. So that's unfortunate,
Very,
but
very interesting. You know, I I I don't really think I'm more of a I like the aggressive calls when coaches do that. 4th and 3, 4th and 4, go for it around midfield. But I think 4th and 7 is a little too far back to feel comfortable for going for it. So
something noteworthy is ETN had an easy 12-yard run, and then they threw it 4 straight plays on that next set of downs.
they've got to establish a running game, right?
I just think, yeah, they have to establish a running game versus this Chargers team, especially with Mack and Bosa looking like they're having a pretty good game early on. Just an unfortunate start to the game.
It really is.
Um,
I don't know if this one's going to be close. The way it's looking,
it's early. Give it some
it
time.
is. Maybe. I don't know. I just have a feeling I've seen this story before.
Oh, Peterson's yelling at the ref about what, maybe a flag on that play?
It looked like pass interference.
But this is not the start that the Jags needed.
It is
But here we go. I think that's
Justin Herbert. Little
Herbert.
4-yard throw to
Is that
who's number 1 for the Chargers?
is that Cardle or Guyton? I think that's Cardle.
Yeah, it's Deontay Carter. That's right.
Yeah, that's Cardle. Who they threw the ball to just now.
What I don't understand is why Zay Jones didn't even attempt to catch the ball.
Yeah, it just looks like Zay Jones was just looking for the flag the whole way. But Keenan Allen in motion,
Josh
fake
Allen.
handoff. Oh boy,
Gerald
big
Everett.
game for Jalen Everett. Already into almost borderline field goal range for the Chargers.
Hurry up offense, trying to catch this Jaguars defense lacking.
Again, if anyone wants to come on in the stream, you're welcome to come on and talk with us. I'm actually about ready to post a shareable link into the chat.
What a throw by Justin Herbert. The baseball sidearm throws are becoming very popular. Herbert looking deep. Throws deep, wide open.
What a throw. That wasn't wide open.
He was wide open at first. That's a perfect. I think he needs to lead that one up a little bit more.
It was out of bounds, though.
Yeah, he need to lead that up a little bit more, let him catch it over the shoulder. Interesting. I think by the end of the game, we're going to see the effect the Chargers have without Mike Williams. I'm guessing it's going to be a power zone play.
The link to join is posted. If you want to join and chat with us, you are more than welcome to. I'm just looking at something real quick. But anyway, let's see if the Chargers can put some points up on this drive too.
3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking.
Oh, I thought that was picked, but looks like
that was picked.
What was Darius Williams doing going for that ball?
Great.
Looks like he went to try to make a play on it and missed, and then Carter had an easy catch for first down. Let's see the replay of this play. Oh no, Williams was just kind of.
He tried to jump.
Well, first no, he just kind of was off balance and lost control of the route, and then tried to get back in it, but missed the ball.
Carter was probably running a 10-yard in, and then he stopped because he saw the open grass in the center of the field, and it caused Williams to lose his footing. He tried to make a play on it. It's good. That's a good choice route there by Deontay Carter, knowing to stop right in the middle of the field. And there's people open, and there's space open. Herbert. Oof.
Ooh, a little
Little,
bit behind his
little
receiver.
behind.
Wait, Graham, do you think you turn this down like 1 or 2 volume wise?
What?
Do you think you turn this down like 1 or 2 volume wise? Just as I don't know how the copyright works. It's good. Because I can hear yours a little bit, you can probably hear mine a little bit, and the stream can obviously probably hear ours a little bit, but I don't know how the copyright stuff works for that, so I know we can't show the game, that's what I know.
Herbert looking
Herbert,
short.
oh, that was
Keenan Allen.
nice. Nice quick throw.
Chargers are looking good driving down the field.
This Jaguars team didn't look amazing last week versus the Chargers, but prior to last week, they were playing some really, really good ball.
Yeah.
So see if they
But
can
they
start
just
to pick
found
it up
so
here
many
versus
different ways to win
overtime.
games that, like, last week, it didn't look too bad. Wide receiver screen to Keenan Allen down at the 4-yard line. 3.5, excuse me. Keenan Allen is 30 years old now.
Well, it seems like Mike Williams being out hasn't affected the Chargers' passing attack at all yet.
Maybe Mike Williams would cause a huge butterfly effect, but they haven't. Pretty surprised. Jaguars showing pressure.
Pass was deflected at the line.
I think if the Chargers, I would say if I was the Chargers, I would run the football here because it was deflected by Arden Key's helmet. Interesting. That would have been a touchdown too. I think Chargers here, you run the football, you go for it if it's a 4th and 3 or 4th and goal at the 3. Nope, going to pass the football here. Incomplete.
Nice defense by Devin Lloyd over the middle.
Trying to get it to Deontay Carter. Field goal unit's going to come out.
So Staley's going to kick it.
Should be a easy 3 points here. Good defense.
That was nice of Lloyd to not feel him and get the pass batted. Oh, Cameron Dick was kicking. What happened to Dustin Hopkins? Is he injured?
I think he's hurt. This guy was the Eagles practice squad kicker, I believe.
Yeah, I know he was on the Eagles at one point. Looks like that was almost blocked if the player died for it, but
man, looks
anyway, it's 10-0 chip shot, 22-yarder, so good for the Chargers. So gonna update the score. But we're a little bit into the game now, but so if going back to what you were talking about earlier in the game, the key players, defense on the Jags, you would think they would need to, with Mike Williams out, you would think that they would need a big game out of the number one corner right now, which I think might be Tyson Campbell at the time, but currently, because I know Shaq Griffin is out. But it looks like the other weapons of the Chargers are getting open either way, so maybe that's not too big of an X factor. But
I think the biggest guy for the Jaguars tonight is going to be not the edge rusher of Josh Allen, but the edge rusher of Arden Key, his little running mate. Arden Key needs to step up tonight as Josh Allen gets double teamed, and of course the second overall pick of
first overall pick, Trayvon Walker.
Was he first? Oh, he was first. You're right.
Jags had first pick. They took him over Hutch.
That's right. First overall pick, Trayvon Walker. You're gonna need some help with Arden Key. You know, we saw him play with the Raiders for a little bit. He was pretty good, and I know him personally because of the LSU days. He was really good. So I need to see some big plays out of him tonight, getting the pressure on Justin Herbert. What about you? Who are your impact players for the Chargers?
Well, defensively, it looks like so far if they can keep getting pressure on Lawrence, that'll be big for them. So, like to see Mac continue to have an impact. Offensively, though, outside of Herbert, at this point, I guess it's 10-0. You want to try to just keep the pace of the game going with your side of the ball. So maybe Eckler gets going. That could start to get going. That could be big for the Chargers. But
Yep, I like that. I think
big drive for the Jags here, though. You really like to come away with points here. It's not like it's over if you don't come away with points because it's only 10-0, and still the first quarter, but you really want to get some points on this drive.
Yep.
They moved the ball last drive. It's just they kind of stopped running it once they got into like field goal-ish range, and then they didn't even kick the field goal. They tried to throw it on 4th and 7 or 8 or whatever, and it was picked.
Yep.
By I think Samuel Jr.
How are we feeling? How are we feeling with How are we feeling about this drive? How should the Jaguars approach this crucial third drive of the first?
Even though you're down 10-0, I think you can still try to get the running game going and just give it to ETN, open up the play action for Lawrence, and
it needs to be maybe a little bit more RPOs. Let Trevor Lawrence be the decider here.
It's funny how they list this thing, tail of the tape, and they list the like height and weight in the stats. It's called tail of the tape. Like your height and weight has nothing to do with your tape.
Height and weight, and then they both have really long hair. What else do you want? Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, my draft comp of him was actually Justin Herbert, so that's interesting to see. Well, the Jags matched the point total when they played week 3 this year because it was 38. Oh, no, the Chargers matched the point total because it was 38 Chargers, 10 Jaguars. No, I said that backwards. It was 38 Jaguars, 10 Chargers whenever they played in week 3. But Herbert was banged up that game. He played through his injury, but he was banged up, and they had guys out from the week before when I think they lost to the Chiefs. This is a crucial drive for Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence looking back. Throws incomplete to Zay Jones. Great defense by Dante Samuel Jr. Now you have put yourself in a little bit of a hole here. 3rd and 9. Yeah, about a little less than 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and you're already down 10 points. You're at your own 20. Or 26, excuse me. What are you going to do here? What's the play call? Agnew in motion. Play action. Screen pass. Nowhere to throw. That. I don't get the play call here. Screen pass on 3rd and 9. It's not the call that I would make. I don't think any coach would usually make that call at 3rd and 9 unless you're the Saints. I know they do a lot of that, but I feel like you need to be a little bit more aggressive at 3rd and 9.
Oh, they ran into the no. It looked like maybe his own player ran into him.
Pick up the ball. You don't want it to go back too far. Chargers are gonna have great field position around like the 43-yard line. Ooh, lucky. Number 40 is lucky that he was pushing back a Jaguars player. I think if the Chargers score a touchdown here, I think the Jaguars is in some serious trouble. If they can get out with a field goal or a punt here, I still think it'll be okay. But making this thing a 3-possession game in the first quarter, not looking good.
Not a good drive there to have a 3 and out.
No.
To tomorrow, I feel like the Giants-Vikings game is going to be good. Looking at the other games, Miami-Buffalo, I don't think that's going to be a good one with Tua Tagovailoa out.
Yeah.
I actually said that could be as much as maybe like a 30-point win even for Buffalo, but we'll see. I just don't think Miami keeps it close at all. Baltimore-Cincinnati, I think it's going to be close for the first half because Baltimore's defense is playing pretty good, but then I think Cincinnati easily pulls away from Baltimore. But it wouldn't shock me if it was a close game into the fourth quarter. Game is back on. Justin Herbert trying to get his team a big lead. Allen in motion.
Running the football.
Handoff.
Great.
Nice run stuff there by the Jags defense. That looks like a loss of one or so.
Throws it into Gerald Everett. It's going to make it third and around 5 to 6.
3rd and 5.
That play earlier by number 95 was Roy Robinson Harris. Pretty good. Pretty good. The dogs going after each other there. Slayer and Walker. 3rd and 5 here for the Chargers. Justin Herbert sending Keenan Allen in motion once again. Going into the backfield. Interesting. Keenan Allen going out to the flats. He's looking there. Tipped.
Passes tip. Big defensive
and
stop by the Jags defense.
huge.
So it looks like the Chargers are going to punt. 4th and 5. Ball is going back to Jags.
Pass deflected by Roy Robertson Harris. That's good. The Jaguars needs a defensive player that isn't named Josh Allen to step up. Seems like right now it's going to be Roy Robinson Harris. Agnew back to receive this punt around midfield. You would think that they wouldn't kick it to Agnew, right? You think they just kick it out of bounds. Agnew thought about picking that up.
(10-0) Chargers.
All right, Jaguars. Is it time for them to wake up?
Hopefully they can get something going offensively on this drive. But you have any thoughts on the games tomorrow that you want to share?
I'm kind of excited for the Giants and Vikings game. I want to see if the Vikings are legit.
Yeah, I think the Giants are going to pull off the upset versus the Vikings tomorrow. Not that I'm super confident in it, but I really like the Giants. how they can compete in every game, and I think that the pass rush is going to be pretty good tomorrow versus somewhat banged up Vikings O-line. It's just about Saquon Barkley can get going.
I think it's all depending on the coaching staffs, and I think Brian Dable is a better head coach right now. The Giants, I don't know. They could be sneaky. If Daniel Jones can get on his game, I would not be surprised if they might make it to the NFC Championship game. Because they did give the Eagles a run for their money. And they would be playing the Eagles if they won, if I'm not wrong.
You said what?
If the Giants win, they play the Eagles next week. And the Giants gave the Eagles a run for their money at some points throughout both of the games of the year.
Well, no, the first game was a blowout. The last game was close with Davis Webb.
The first game, it was close for about the first half, and then it blew up. But
I just don't like the Giants matchup in that game, but we'll see if they can get past the Vikings tomorrow, because that's definitely a tough one for them.
I feel like that noon game is going to be a little interesting. We'll see how is it Skylar Thompson starting for the Dolphins, or is it going to be Teddy Bridgewater?
Skylar Thompson's the starter for the Dolphins tomorrow.
If Tua was playing, it'd be pretty good. I'd maybe think about going for the Dolphins, but no. Trevor Lawrence looking
deep. Aw.
Ooh. Yep.
That ball was underthrown, but those pass interference.
Yep. I like that call. That was definitely pass interference. Didn't have his head turned around, was not going for the ball. That is going to be pass interference every day of the week. Yep. No, he's not. Oh, wow.
What'd they call?
Up the flag.
Oh, they picked up the flag. Yeah, I thought that was a bad call because, I mean, it was an underthrown ball. You can argue that should have been PI, but it was a really underthrown ball in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a little underthrown, but I think his head needs to be turned around a little bit more.
Yeah, his head does need to be turned around, but it did look like Marvin Jones Jr. kind of just wrapped his arms around the defensive player, but
they're locked up. Interesting. Oh, the good old pass interference calls. Never cease to be. Run play to ETN. Gain of 4 to 5. Gain of 5. 3rd and 5 here.
Oh, no.
Interception.
Jags.
Monte Samuel Jr. with his second interception of the game.
I don't know what Lawrence was doing on that one, throwing it right to Samuel Jr.
That is a game killer. Look, we might be turning off the stream by halftime.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Graham might be going to bed a little early.
We'll see how the rest of this half goes, but that was not a good throw at all. He was just trying to get it to Ingram, and Samuel Jr. was right there.
Jump the gun. That's crucial. Justin Herbert under center, handed the ball off to Austin Eckler, bounces outside. Gain of 8. Chargers are looking pretty good. The biggest question was, is the Chargers' run defense going to be good? And so far, the Jaguars hasn't tested that, really. It's only just been pass, pass, pass. Austin Eckler handoff again inside. Gain of 4. Got the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Chargers. First down. Well, Nick, both of our playoff brackets could be ruined at the end of this game.
Well, like you're talking about as far as the perfect bracket goes, because
I was really hoping for a perfect bracket, but
you said what?
So I was really hoping for a perfect bracket. Austin Eckler to the corner,
Chargers.
touchdown.
Oh boy,
That was too easy.
We will stay through the second quarter, see how the second quarter goes, and we'll make a halftime decision whether we want to stay on the stream. But that was an easy touchdown for the Chargers.
Well, I mean, you're down 17-0 here almost at the end of the first quarter. Jaguars have to score a touchdown this drive. They have to. I don't see there being any other turnout.
Looks like they're not going to a full commercial, just a little short one.
So should we talk about a little bit of the number 1 seeds?
The Bills and Eagles. Well, not the Bills. The Chiefs and Eagles are the 1 seeds.
Yep.
Yeah, the Eagles, they kind of slowed down the last few weeks. They lost to the Saints a few weeks ago. Hurts was out. They didn't look amazing versus the Giants this past week, and Hurts had by far his worst game of the year. See if he can pick it back up. I think it all depends who they play. Like, if they end up playing a team like the Giants, I see them in a championship game, and they're going to have a tough battle with probably the 49ers. But if they play a team like the Cowboys, it wouldn't be the biggest shocker to see them get bounced, but I'm still not banking on them getting bounced in the divisional. The Chiefs. Now, if the Jags, what happened on that kick? If the Jags would end up playing the Chiefs, which is looking unlikely right now, I think the Chiefs would beat them fairly easily. Chargers, I think, would keep it a little close just because the division, they know each other well, but I still think that the Chiefs are going to handle that game in the divisional round. It's going to be all about the conference championship matchup with likely the Bills or Bengals for them, which could potentially be neutral site. We'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I think the Chiefs don't have too hard of a road to the Super Bowl. They just have to really win that conference championship game. But with that being said, you still have to face a pretty good Chargers team. Like
Agnew, big return down to the 34. Oh, it's going to be called back with a holding. I'm going to be right back.
Graham is going to be right back. There's a flag on this last play. Holding on the receiving team. So that's going to hurt the Jaguars a little bit. But 17-0, now this is pretty much a must-score drive for the Jaguars. At least a field goal, like you would want to get a touchdown this drive, but at least get it back in within 2 possessions. Try to get some momentum here to end the first, to go into the second quarter. And I need to update the scoreboard because it's now 17 for the Chargers and 0 for the Jags. That is the end of the first quarter. Chargers 17, Jags 0. We'll see if the Jags can make it a game in the second quarter, going into halftime. But this game's not looking too good so far, so hopefully it picks up because this is a game that expected to be a pretty good game. So Jags fans have to be disappointed right now, I would assume. So right now, Trevor Lawrence is 3 interceptions, so you like to see them just get the ball moving and not turn the ball over and put some points on the board because it's been a rough start to the game. It's only 1 quarter in, but it really feels like this is a must score drive for the Jags. The game is about to come back on.
Well, that's an interesting sight to look back to, is a man in the pool when it's 42 degrees.
Is that like a hot tub probably?
I don't think so. I think that man's just crazy. Did you hear about the Jimmy Garoppolo news?
What about Jimmy Garoppolo?
With him coming back, but they told Jimmy Garoppolo that if he comes back and he's healthy, he'll be the backup for the rest of the year.
Interesting that they would say for the rest of the year just flat out, but Lawrence is about to get sacked, and that is a crucial sack. 3rd and 3. Yeah, Purdy's playing well right now, but I would kind of take it a game-to-game basis at this point, but we'll see.
Man, I remember when Kenneth Murray was the draft prospect coming out of Oklahoma, and how upset I was that the Saints did not get him. Ooh, almost blocked. It may have been tipped. That's a really short punt.
Only to 38 was that punt.
Ooh.
But man, this is a disappointing game. I'm just thinking about it. Like,
Yeah. I mean, we were like talking this game up, and we're like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good game." No,
it's gonna be maybe game of the weekend up there. The Jags are just kind of at a no-show right now.
they do not exist.
But now the Chargers have the ball, trying to see if they can go even extend on this lead that they have with the Jags. But it seems like the Chargers start with good field position every possession, and the Jags just turn the ball over or get a 3 and out.
Herbert.
This because the Jags defense is going to keep getting tired, and
yeah, this can get brutal really quick here. You cannot let the Chargers score a touchdown. They score a field goal, it's not the end of the world. You still have a chance. 3 scores, we'll see. But 4 scores, and we're not even to halftime yet. Might as well send in the subs. Carter in motion. Hands it off to Is that
Kelly.
Yeah.
They hand it off to Kelly.
Someone's hurt? I'm assuming? Or what's going on? Yep. Uh-oh. Gerald Everett is down for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Gerald Everett's down. Oh.
He's getting up. He may have just needs someone. He stayed it up on his own. Let's see. Oh, he got twisted up. Oof. You know, Gerald Everett has turned himself into a pretty good little tight end for the Chargers. So how does it feel that your Chicago Bears, number 1 pick overall in the draft?
Number 1 overall pick. Feels good. When we get closer to draft time, we'll have a lot to say about that because I still have to evaluate Bryce Young, but I'm feeling good with Fields right now. Maybe trade the pick, but we'll see. If Bryce Young wows you, I think you have to take Bryce Young. You get 2 years younger on the rookie deal, and you.
So what do you do with Fields? You trade
and you trade Fields, but it depends. You have to evaluate. If you think Bryce Young is a better quarterback than Justin Fields, there's absolutely no reason to not take Bryce Young. But if you think Fields is a better prospect, then you stick with Fields. I don't think this notion that you just stick with a guy because he's already a quarterback works, in my opinion. I think you trade. If you think Young is better than Fields, you take Young and you trade Fields. If you think Fields is better than Young, you keep Fields, you trade the first overall pick, or you take Jalen Carter. That's simple. Or Will Anderson, whoever.
Not Will Anderson. Okay. I was about to say, I would take Will Anderson.
But I still need to evaluate Young, and I'll have a strong opinion on that once I evaluate Young. And even CJ Stroud, if he declares for the draft, I'll evaluate him too and see what I think.
Did you see that? That I thought Stroud was a no-brainer. Stroud would be declaring, but apparently there's a big NIL deal floating in the air for CJ Stroud. Might keep him at Ohio State for another year. Josh Allen lining up your tight end one-on-one against one of the best defensive pass rushers in football might not be the best idea. 2nd and 16 here. Carter in motion. My dog is getting up. He woke up from his nap. He is coming over to me right now. Come here, bud. Nope. Okay. Now he laid right back down. I don't know who that is.
That is Colter Harris's brother.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, back to the game. This is a big down for the Chargers, for the Jags defense. 3rd and 11.
You got to stop him here. You got to stop him.
See, it feels like, it just the games felt like all Chargers, but then there's these crucial plays where just if this defense can. No, the defense didn't come up with a stop. First down, Chargers, and the Jaguars are in big trouble.
Jaguars are in trouble.
Like those plays, third 11, that just, if you don't get off the field, you're already down 17. That just kills your momentum as the comments are coming in. But yeah, this is just disappointing game for the Jags.
Man, we were both saying that this is going to be the game of the week.
At this point, if you're the Jags defense, you really just need to make a big play and get a turnover, get a big sack, something. Because hole number 3, yes, you're still within 3 possessions, but that's just like you need a momentum change of play. And then you need to go do something on offense. But Herbert's playing really well. Nice playoff debut. Second and 8 here. Herbert first down inside the 10 to Josh Palmer, first and goal. We'll see how this goes, but if they score a touchdown here and it's 24-0,
it's game over.
It's almost stream overtime, but we'll see.
We might be
out around halftime, depending on the score.
If it's 24-0 or like if they're up by 4,
if it's not within 20 at halftime, I mean,
yeah,
it's not worth staying on. But
false start.
Then watch us get off the stream and the Jags, if some historic comeback.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we both get our picks.
We both get our perfect brackets still. So maybe we should just end the stream right now and see what happens.
False start on Zion Johnson for the Chargers.
Doug Peterson is not having the best Jaguars playoff coaching debut. I will give Doug Peterson a lot of credit, though. His team was not supposed to be in this position this year, and he has done a great job rebuilding the Jacksonville Jaguars. Benson, stop shaking the bed, please. Oh, almost intercepted.
Oh,
man, that was close. Great play by the Jacksonville Jaguars defensive backs. That's an interception you have to have. Keep yourself in the game. Oh, right in the hands. As my dad would always say, that's why you play defense. Herbert, shotgun. Screen pass to Eckler.
Screen
pass. Not blocking by his offensive
Jags
line.
Defense makes a big tackle.
Never really understood the screen passes at the goal line, about 10, 20 yards away.
Do you have the comments?
Huh.
Someone's coming out here to say that they're actually illegally streaming the game.
Herbert in shotgun, snaps the ball. He's looking in the end zone, throws it. Touchdown. Gerald Everett. Uh-oh. By technicality, this is still a 3-point game or a 3-score game.
Touchdown Chargers, 23-0. Wah.
Don't feel too good about this.
Okay. Is this the make or break drive for the Jags in our stream status?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
so.
Touchdown heel, Jags. Come on. And the extra point is good for the Chargers.
It's crazy that the Jaguars are just getting slapped.
Yeah, I didn't expect this. I didn't expect a 24-0 where the Jags just turn the ball over nonstop, because to go back in the past, I guess. Let me look at some Lawrence stats
Trevor
recently.
Lawrence has not had a good game. Has not had a good game.
We have a company PFF account. The company PFF account is what I'm about to look at with the stats.
Oh yeah. Very disappointing first half of football. I was expecting a little bit more, but sometimes you don't always get what you wish for.
But recently, Lawrence, so since week 9, he only has 2 interceptions, and he has 3 in this game. So that's 10-week stretch of football, 9-week stretch, because they had a bye there. He only had 2 picks. Now he has 3 in 1/2. I think he had all 3 in the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken, too. For the sake of the National Football League, hopefully tomorrow's games are better than this one. But with two teams having the starting quarterbacks out, it's not looking too positive there.
Monday night will be good. I hope. I still think the Bucks have a little something under their sleeve.
Oof. 2017 AFC divisional round, Jaguars 45,
That was
Steelers
a great
42.
game.
I remember that one.
That
one. It's just like it was so high scoring, and the Steelers were just
Well, the Steelers made
trying to
massive
fight back in that game,
Yeah,
and then
made
the
a massive
Jags couldn't give it up, I guess.
Agnew going in with the return, going to the middle of the field. He's got the corner. He's got the corner. He's going.
Big return for the Jags.
Good tackle by the punter. Second tackle of the night for him, or by the kicker. Excuse me. Wow, what a kicker! He's got 2 tackles so far this game. He might be the Chargers' leading tackler.
We might have a guest any minute now.
Oh Lord!
It'll be a surprise.
Agnew in motion.
First and 10. Lawrence over the middle. Completion, and then it's dropped and picked. But they're saying it was incomplete and then it hit the ground.
Oh, we were about to just sign it off on the stream. What a hit. Christian Kirk got absolutely blown. Wow.
But you still have to hold on to that football. I mean, it's easy to say for me sitting here in a chair watching the game, but looks like it's a tough hit, but you like to see him hold on to that football.
What a good play, though. Great play. See, Jaguars at midfield, you've got to do something with this field position, guys. 3rd and 10. They are looking for a pass interference call. They're not getting it.
This is just a tough moment for the Jags because they're kind of an inexperienced team. You're down 24-0.
Yeah.
You're going to go
It's
into your
corral-
halftime locker room down double digits, maybe even 3 or 4 possessions.
Ooh,
And
they might have a little something to argue about, though. It looked like Evan Ingram's arm got pulled. Yeah, it definitely did.
I realize the score is not even on the screen. I need to update the score and get it back on the screen.
Doug Peterson is not happy with that.
It's the second quarter now. It's almost halftime.
Trevor Lawrence looking deep. 4th interception of the game. 3rd for Dante Samuel Jr.
Sante Samuel Gill is his name.
Sante, sorry. I can't say it right.
I missed that play. Let's see what happened here.
Just a bad throw.
What is going on?
4 interceptions of the game. 3rd interception for Samuel. Just a bad throw. He's trying to thread the needle into a spot where there is no needle to be thread. And
hold on a minute. I'm gonna see something real quick.
Are you gonna rewind?
No, I'm gonna keep the game on, but
well,
I'm negotiating. Well, not negotiating. Talking to potential guests real quick through text. Let's see if he comes on or not. But yeah, we'll sign off at half because this is not a good game.
nope.
Disappointing. Unless the Jags get like a pick six and another touchdown or something crazy before the end of the half.
I think if the Jaguars are down by 4 scores, so what they're down by right now at halftime, then we turn it off.
Then we just end the stream, shut our laptops, and
go to bed.
I
actually have homework since I wasn't at school on Friday after my little medical fun stuff.
I don't know if you catch the pod last night, but I was like, yeah, so Graham's out, but he's probable fully return tomorrow.
Yeah. That was crazy, man. I have to go get an MRI on Tuesday.
Now I'm the Trevor Lawrence stan, so I have people talking to me about Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, no.
4 interceptions in 1 half. What is going on?
Man, be looking like Nathan Peterman out there.
Okay, so we do not have a special guest coming on.
Who was it?
So, it was going to be Jackson.
Coker?
Yeah, but we're not streaming the second half, so that's why he's not coming on. But anyway, this is just disappointing. How many completions does Trevor Lawrence even have?
I think he has 4.
I just don't understand, dating back to that second possession or whatever, why the Jags didn't try to establish the running game. They ended up going for on 4th and 8 or 7 or whatever, throwing a pick.
Super interesting how the Jaguars played today, because I really and truly thought that this would be, the Jaguars would start off establishing the run with ETN trying to get this going, and they started to go with the air raid type of day, and it's not working out.
2nd and 10, Herbert gives it to Joshua Kelly for a solid gain on the screen pass there.
6. Let's see what the Chargers do here. Oh, shoot.
Who's that? Jamari Sala down with injury.
Solid.
I just can't believe that the Jags can't get anything going.
Oh, look at that main man. The ultimate backup, Chase Daniel.
So barring crazy upsets tomorrow. Looks like we're probably going to get a Chiefs-Chargers divisional round game next weekend, which will be exciting to see. I think the Chiefs will probably be a good 5.5 or so point favorite versus the Chargers, maybe like a 3.5 or so, 4.5-ish range. But that'd be an interesting one. I think it'd be probably a 7 to 10 point Chiefs win. But Chargers, I mean, the way they're looking now, they could be a sneaky team in the AFC. Because going into the year, a lot of us figured that they would be Super Bowl contenders this year, and they just haven't panned out. But mainly due to injuries, but they've been getting rolling lately, and this is going to be a big win for Brandon Staley in his coaching career, because people were calling for his job recently. So
yeah,
to get a big win in a wild card game on the road would be big for him, and get a matchup with the fellow division rival Chiefs in Arrowhead next weekend.
my dog is snoring very loudly.
This game's just boring, I guess.
It's put him to sleep. Benson, come here, bud.
Long commercial break.
It is very long. It must have been a serious injury. Well, well, he got up at least.
Third and 6, Herbert complete, short of the sticks. Nice tackle there.
Man, if I'm the
Jags
Chargers,
by Lucan, so 4th and short. Will the Chargers go for it or will they punt it? I think at this point you just have to punt it, get it deep, and
see, I
don't
guess
want to give the Jags any more potential momentum at this point.
True.
Don't want to give them Jags potential momentum to score. So the Chargers will bring out the punting unit.
Pin them deep. Got about 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in this first half. It's been kind of a blowout. Oh my God, he touched it.
What are the Jaguars doing?
Oh,
Diving
no.
for that ball. What are
Oh,
the Jaguars
no.
doing diving for that ball? Let's see what happened on that play. It looked like it was about to hit the Chargers guy, and then the Jaguars guy went diving for it.
So what it looked like is Agnew thought he could grab it and run past whoever the special teams guy. Was that Joshua Agnew? Or was that Agnew? No, it wasn't Agnew. Who is that? Oh, it hit his helmet. That's why Agnew had to get it. Okay. Oh, that's terrible luck. Oh, that's horrible.
I accidentally changed the channel, so I missed most of the replay of that punt. But what happened?
So number 6 on the special teams unit, as the ball was coming to the ground, it doinked off the top of his helmet. And that's why Agnew had to go try to recover the football, and they couldn't, and that's why the Chargers got it. Terrible.
Well,
terrible
looks like we're not even going to make it to halftime. We'll watch the remainder of this drive, and then we'll call it a night. Unless the Jaguars get a pick 6 or something.
Hands it off. Eckler, 1st and goal. He gets stopped probably at around the 5.5 yard line, if he's lucky. 2nd and goal here. What a disaster. John, you could not be any more correct.
3rd and goal.
It's like if you're 2nd and goal. Oh, you're at play ahead of me, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to play ahead of you because I accidentally changed the channel. But I figured we're about to get off anyway, so let's just keep it how it is for now. And I'll try not to spoil anything. But
Oof, who is he? Just threw
I
that
don't
one
even
back.
know what do you say to your team in the locker room at halftime?
I was just about to ask you the same question. If you're Doug Peterson, what are you saying? Nick, give us your best coaching speech right now.
Let me think. Herbert. Oh, you'll see that play, but
What do you say?
one play at a time.
Listen, guys, we may have lost the first half, but we can win the second half.
Hey, and then maybe after the game we can have the meme. They thought they had us in the first half.
Wide. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that
Wide
was a
open.
shocking miss throw by
Oof.
Herbert. Hit a wide
Well,
open touchdown to Keenan Allen.
you're going to be down by 4 scores here. Oh, what a disastrous night. 5 turnovers in the first half. That's got to be a playoff record, right? Oof.
I don't know. I don't know what the playoff record is for turnovers and a half, but okay, so with it being 27-0, are you ready to call it a night? I want to see one more drive from the Jags.
I don't know if I want to see another drive from the Jags if it's going to turn out to be like what it is so far.
Okay, let's see one more drive from the Jags, and then we'll
One
call it a
more
night.
drive for the Jags.
Anything less than a touchdown, we'll call it a night.
I agree. I think we give the Jags a send off.
Good season for Jacksonville, 9-8, step in the right direction. Just having a bad night.
The fact that the Jaguars made the playoffs this year is a miracle. I am super, super proud of them. Proud of Doug Peterson. Proud of Trevor Lawrence. No, Trevor Lawrence has had a pretty terrible game tonight, but you can't blame one game on someone's whole season. He has had a great year. He really was the MVP the last half of the season, if you really think about it.
You know what's crazy to think? So Trevor Lawrence has 8 picks on the regular season this year, and he has 4 picks tonight in less than a half. So not that's going to happen, but he could throw 8 picks in a game if he continued his rate and match his season total. Not that that's going to happen because he's not going to throw 8 picks, but just weird to think Trevor Lawrence is throwing 4 picks and a half.
Super, a little disappointing. Our brackets are officially, not perfect, but
yeah, you have the Bengals Niners in the Super Bowl. I have the Chiefs Niners, so that should be interesting to see if one of us can predict that Super Bowl correctly. I'm sure even after today, we're still both feeling really good about the Niners win the NFC. AFC, I'm really think it's 3-team race between the Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals, but who knows with the Chargers, but it'd be hard for me to see the Chargers going and winning 3 road playoff games, including Kansas City and then whoever in the AFC title game, Bills or Bengals, and then making the Super Bowl.
How is it working with the Bengals and Chiefs? So if the Bengals make the AFC Championship game with the Chiefs, do the Bengals play the Chiefs at Kansas City, or are they in a neutral?
I thought it would be neutral, but I've been seeing so much Bills Chiefs neutral that is the Bengals neutral site too. I don't know. I'm unsure with that, but
neutral too, right? Because if the Chiefs lose a game and the Bengals won the Bills game, then the Bengals would have the 1 seed. But I guess
the Chiefs didn't win or they didn't lose a game, so I think that the Chiefs automatically have home field versus the Bengals.
Yeah. I guess that's how they're doing it.
Game is back on. See if the Jags can maybe return something here. And a short kick. They just kicked it short, and Chris Manwoods gets a few yards out of that.
Hey, pause it whenever Trevor Lawrence is when they line up, and then I'll tell you when they're lining up.
Trevor Lawrence 4 for 16 passing, 4 interceptions.
Oof.
That is rough.
Interesting.
That is rough for Trevor Lawrence. 4 interceptions, 4 completions.
All right. Oof. He has as many interceptions as completions.
Tell me whenever they're showing Jacksonville's formation.
Okay. All right. Run play to
Jags hand it off to ETN.
gain of 4. Trying to get a little tempo here from the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is trying to get his team corralled. You want to make a little wager here?
What?
Trevor Lawrence throws an interception this drive.
I don't think he's going to throw a pick this drive.
I think he will. I hope
just
not.
Feel bad for this Jags franchise, right? Or for this fan base right now in Trevor Lawrence. Don't want to start a playoff career like this.
Ugh.
Going 4 picks and a half is rough, but always the second half. Can you get something going at the end of this half? We'll see. Justin Herbert over there clapping his boys up.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence under shotgun, drops back, looking. Christian Kirk, a little behind Christian Kirk. You want that to be a little bit more in front of him so he can run with the ball. 4th and 2. You've got to go for it here, right? Nope, sending out the punt team. And that will probably do it.
Poor throw by Lawrence behind Kirk. Unfortunate night for Lawrence. Still had a great season. Saw some really, really nice strides his sophomore year, but hopefully he can have a good offseason, get into that elite quarterback status next year. But anyway, I want to call it a stream. Thank y'all for who tuned in. Disappointing football game. I stopped grading throws around the 4th drive or so. Throw the 4th drive for each quarterback, but that'll be it for our stream. I guess see you next time. You down for a pod this week, recapping, hopefully improved wildcard week action?
Yeah, I should be free.
And then we'll have a divisional round prediction. But yeah, we both had this Jags team losing in the divisional round anyway, so this doesn't kill our brackets or anything. But hopefully the second half can at least get interesting, as the Jags had a big play there. A chance for a big play. They tipped Herbert's throw and didn't pick it. But anyway, that'll do it. Any final thoughts, Graham?
No, I mean, a little disappointing. I thought we were going to get a good game here, but, it is what it is. It's the NFL. Congrats on the Jaguars. Great season. It's nice to see the Jaguars finally turning it around. It's nice to see it. But anyway, that'll do it for the stream. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of this boring wildcard weekend game and have a good